This is Hypixel, and this is also Hypixel, and what you see now is, well, a Bed Wars clone based on the original minigame made by Hypixel. This game was made for both Android and iOS, and actually, let me show you this. This is Hypixel Pit. Oh, sorry. This is Hypixel Pit. If you're living under a rock and you're somehow unfamiliar with this minigame, let me quickly explain it. The Pit is a minigame originally made in 2018, and the concept is pretty simple. You drop down into a giant pit and fight other players in order to gain XP, earn gold, and simply level up. For the earned gold and level, you can buy yourself some permanent upgrades or non-permanent OP items in order to, well, simply PvP with plenty groups of people but with some little advantages at the same time. And in order to make the game a little more interesting, Hypixel has added some necessary and unnecessary events and quests in order to have a little bit more fun or simply to gain more XP. However, despite its cool concept and simple realization, that doesn't change the fact that the everyday online stays at around 100 players on average, while this Fortnite fan-made map based on Hypixel's minigame manages to get tens of thousands of active players every day, sometimes even managing to get more players on one single map than the whole Hypixel's daily average online. In fact, the Pit isn't the only game that was stolen from Hypixel, but since I've already mentioned the Pit, then let's talk about it first. The Fortnite map itself was created in mid of April of the year 2020 by a YouTuber called Gearsy, a YouTuber who eventually has over 220,000 subscribers, and as you may have guessed, this map is literally identical to Hypixel's Pit. You fall into a giant pit and fight other players in order to gain XP, level up, and buy some perks for the XP that you have earned. You can also participate in game events and much more. In fact, Gearsy's map turned out to be so successful that Gearsy even tried to own the word Pit, which up until this day still has not been really solved, but that doesn't change the fact that he already managed to take down some other games that try to copy the exact same game concept in Fortnite, stating that he owns word the Pit, sometimes lying to people that he also made the genre at first, while silently continuing making millions of dollars of the game that originally was seen in a Minecraft server. In fact, Simon, one of Hypixel's founders himself, responded to these controversies, stating that while he's happy to see Gearsy succeed, he was also disappointed by his recent actions regarding taking down others' maps because they eventually have the same concept as his map. This is how Hypixel's less popular minigame, The Pit, was copied by a Fortnite YouTuber which manages to get hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions dollars off it, and have a majority of people playing it every single day, sometimes even gathering more online than Hypixel itself. However, this is only The Pit, the less popular Hypixel's minigame. There are also many other minigames existing which were also copied. Let's move on from Fortnite and talk about another minigame, Bed Wars, one of Hypixel's most successful minigames, a minigame that managed to be successful right at its launch in the prototype lobby in the beginning of 2017, and that never really lost its popularity though. First things first, shortly after launching Bed Wars, other Minecraft servers also started to copy this concept and put them on their servers to simply attract more players, and it eventually brought us here, 2024, and Bed Wars is the game that every server with minigames needs to have nowadays. However, Minecraft isn't the only game where you can create a game that you want. It's pretty clear that there are lots of other games allowing for even more freedom to build and create for the developers, the most popular example of which is being Roblox, which already has plenty of copies from the minigames that Hypixel has created, but our main focus point now is their most popular Bed Wars clone. In May of 2021, a brand new Bed Wars game was created by an infamous studio called Easy.gg, originally founded in 2020 by Luke and his friends. In fact, Luke already had some experience in developing something popular in Minecraft, and so at first Luke was experimenting with minigames on Roblox, eventually grabbing a huge inspiration from Hypixel. But with their latest two minigames resulting in a failure back then, Luke decided to create a minigame that will copy the entire Bed Wars concept that was already everywhere on nearly every Minecraft server. and with no doubt their game on Roblox saw instant success, having all-time peak of over 360,000 active players on a single game originally created by Hypixel, and that surpassed Hypixel Network's all-time player peak. In fact, there is a really simple explanation to why this game and all the games that I will mention and mentioned earlier are sometimes more popular than Hypixel itself, simply because Hypixel is a server for the Minecraft Java edition and it's only available on PCs, or if you want to, you can try to run Minecraft Java edition on your phone via Podjaf launcher if you got a decent enough phone. But that doesn't change the fact that with no doubt at least 99% of Hypixel's player base plays on PC, and with Roblox and Fortnite being not only crossplay games but also available on all popular devices, so it's no surprise that these minigames are easily surpassing Hypixel's everyday online with only one single game copied from them. It's also important to mention that Hypixel's Bed Wars is limited to content from version 1.8, so there's really nothing much left to add in such a minigame, while there's probably a whole lot of freedom for the creators on Roblox Studio compared to a 10-year-old Minecraft version. This can simply explain why Hypixel's Bed Wars isn't getting huge updates anymore, and why Roblox Bed Wars always gets a plenty of things and updates that couldn't be made in Minecraft. And this is only Roblox. How about copies of Hypixel's minigames on both Google and Apple's app stores? And there is only one stable game existing right now that is so much worse than copying a game from Hypixel. It's called Bed Wars Lite or Bed Wars 2. In fact, it may seem like a Bed Wars game, this is much more than just Bed Wars. There is an entire platform hidden behind which will seem like Bed Wars at first glance, but this will start to become clear as soon as you install this game. Turns out it's not Bed Wars, this is called Blockman Go. You can consider this as a sort of Roblox copy that hosts popular Minecraft minigames and overall popular minigames from Roblox too, I guess. Blockman Go was released around November of 2017 by a random Chinese company, and their goal was probably to create a Minecraft clone in order to get paid from the minigames on their platform. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, Bed Wars is far from the only minigames that this sort of Roblox/Minecraft copy has, because it's eventually so much worse that they not only copied minigames from Minecraft and Roblox and even ranks from Hypixel in the past, but they've also stolen nearly every mechanic from Minecraft Pocket Edition, which you can easily tell by simply playing this game. From the simple classic controls from the Pocket Edition down to straight up copying some textures from the old and famous Minecraft resource packs, all of that is being monetized and getting thousands of everyday active players. But if we rely on Simon's post aka tweets from the past, it seems like he doesn't really care at all. In fact, he only mentioned that he likes and he's even proud of people who succeed by creating these types of their minigames. But while some minigames remain absolutely friendly for both players and developers like Roblox Bed Wars, while the others are willing to do everything just to earn as much money as possible or expose to the others that you're the initial creator of a genre, or trying to do everything just to make sure as many players as possible play on your minigame, taking down all other games that are somehow copying from you, like Fortnite's Pit made by Gearsy for example. In fact, there are probably many more minigames available that were copied from Hypixel and that are now available on other platforms, like for example a Skyblock copy from the creators of Roblox Bed Wars, which still receives thousands of daily players, but the above mentioned minigames are gathering much more online, sometimes more than Hypixel itself. And I don't want to say that I find this somehow bad. It's always good to have your favorite minigames on other platforms, especially when the original developer has nothing against them, and also with better mechanics, more events and much more. It's just sad that some of them don't even care about the others and use Hypixel's minigames in order to generate as much money as possible, or to get as much daily players as possible too, eventually resulting in earning sometimes up to more than $1 million from its player base. But this again just shows how much Minecraft in general has done for the gaming industry, because if you think twice, the minigames originally belonged to Hypixel, a Minecraft server made in a simple block game made by an indie developer which managed and will probably manage to make several people millionaires. But still, a huge respect to Simon and his team for creating such unique minigames inside this block game. Subscribe.